go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Okay, break. 22 needle. Double 38.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Yeah, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Lance. That's complete left side to Gray. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Of course the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier, 35 yards. And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Lance going to throw. Flush to his right. Able to find Gray here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience I can tell you that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Working from the gun, Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. The 20. For touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 43 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, now the ball comes loose. And this is going to be 49er football. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Matty, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They find some open field here. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1.
Set, hut. Clock, 10. Slide 2. Ready?
To throw again on second down. Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll drop the throw. Got a man, it's London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. Got his man. It's London. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Algier going straight ahead. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Algier again on second down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Algier will try. And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup. On the counter, Mitchell.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on third and long following the sack. He'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Like what I see so far into this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Lance. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Check, man. Walk.
Starting the drive with Algier. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. These guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. A toss left side for Mitchell. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down. Here's Davis Price. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and live.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavares Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd down, and again, it's Davis Price. And some space here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him, because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ty Davis Price taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 1st down, they'll start with Algier. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're just looking for more of the same. Great 1st half so far. Good 2nd half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In my book, that's running the ball well,
but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Give them 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Okay, right? Faster, faster.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Drill, 52. Ready.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Let's go.
This offense so far on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Ready?
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And Lance now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
On the double.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. John Ross, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Davis Price up the middle. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think of put this behind us and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down at just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them